Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do these really easy, simple, square little pouches or purses. They're great for little kids, they're great for big kids, they're just great all together. You can size them up by using a bigger hook, a larger size yarn. You can also keep going with the pattern and create really large squares. This one I only did 3 rounds, this one I did 4 rounds, plus a border on each. You can use one solid color of variegated yarn and not change colors. This one I obviously changed colors with. We're going to learn how to do a very simple half double crochet strap, which gives this just a cute little touch. You can see the little spaces that it creates, and it kind of makes a nice wavy edge border as well. You'll need any size yarn, any size hook that you'd like, any colors. That doesn't take a lot of yarn unless you're making a much bigger version of this. You'll need a yarn needle for weaving in ends, and of course a pair of scissors. Okay, so we're going to start with a slip knot. And we're going to chain 4. Slip stitch back into the first. Chain 3. And do 2 double crochets right in the center. So you can see the center is forming. We're going to chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets right until that center. So we have 2 sets of 3 double crochets. That your first chain 3 counted as a double crochet. So we've got 3 there, we chained 2, we did 3 more double crochets. We're going to chain 2 and put 3 more double crochets into that center. And make sure that you're working over your short tail, because then you'll be able to cinch up that hole a little bit when you're done. So I've got 3 more double crochets. So I've got 1, 2, 3 sets now. I need 1 more set, so I'm going to chain 2 and work 3 more double crochets into that center spot. Chain 2 and slip stitch right into the top of that chain 3. So at this point you're done with the first round, that middle square, and that's just like you would start any traditional granny square. If you're going to continue with the same color like I did on this one, I didn't change color, so here was my middle. When I completed that round, I just chained 3 and I kept going. But this one I'm going to show you how to change color. So first, if you're not going to change color, you would just chain 3 and you would work a double crochet into the next 2 stitches above your other double crochets from the first round. But since we're going to change color, I am going to fasten off here, just like that, and grab my second color. So now I'm ready to start the second round. I'm going to go ahead and put a slip knot on my hook and I'm going to join in any of these corner spaces. If you're not changing color, you will be over the top of one of these double crochets already. But because I'm changing color, I'm going to make it easy and just start in one of these larger spaces. So I'm just going to join like that, chain 3, and do a double crochet into that same space. So now I have 2 double crochet. That chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now I'm going to work a double crochet into each stitch here. So there's 3 stitches long. I'm going to work a double crochet into each of those 3 stitches in the tops. Don't go in the spaces, make sure you're in the actual stitch. Find the next one, and the next one. So if you've changed colors, you should have 5 total double crochets, 1 above each of those 3 double crochets from the first round, plus your chain 3 and your double crochet that you did in that space as well. We're at another corner, so we're going to put 2 double crochets into that space. And because we're at a corner, we're going to chain 2 and put 2 more double crochets into that space. Now we can work a double crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, one right over the previous double crochet from the previous round. So you should have 3 more double crochets. And when you get to the next corner, you're going to put 2 double crochets into that large corner space, chain 2, and complete the corner with 2 more double crochets into that space. Along the side, work another 3 double crochets into each stitch. We're at another corner, so we're going to put 2 more double crochets into that corner space. We're going to chain 2 to get around the corner, and to complete the corner we're going to do 2 more double crochets into that same space. Now we're going to put 1, 2, 3 more double crochets into each stitch across here. Now we're back at the beginning corner. We already did this half of the corner, so I'm going to put 2 double crochets for this side of the corner right into that space. And to get around to this chain 3, I want to chain 2, and then I'm going to join with a slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. Just like that. Fasten off if you're changing colors. If you're not, then you would probably be finishing over here somewhere. So you always want to have a double crochet in each stitch across, and you're going to put 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets in each corner space, and then you're going to double crochet along the top, 1 double crochet in each stitch for the corners, 2 double crochets in the space, chain 2 double crochets, and you're going to do that all the way around. So here we are, I'm ready for my next color. Same procedure with the next color, and for however many rows or rounds that you want to do, it's always going to be the same. Again, you can join in any corner space. I'm just going to join with a slip stitch. I'm going to chain 3 and do a double crochet right into that same space. Just like the previous row, we're going to work a double crochet all the way across these stitches, 2 double crochets into that chain, into that corner space, 2 double crochets in the corner space, chain 2 more double crochets to create the corner. Alright, so to finish the round, just like the others, you do 2 double crochets into that space, and to get to that start, you would chain 2 and slip stitch to the top of that chain 3. So if you used 1 yarn without changing colors, like I did in this one, you would be finishing up somewhere in the middle here. So it's the same concept. You would have to finish that corner and work the remaining double crochets across until the spot where you first started your chain 3, and you would just slip stitch to the top of that. So I think I'm going to do 1 more round, same concept. I'm going to fasten off here and change my color, work around just like I have been doing, and then weave in my ends. So go ahead and either do another round or make your second square, weave in all those pesky ends, and then we're ready to put our little bag together. Alright, so once you have 2 squares made and you've sewn in your ends, we can put these 2 together. Decide which you want for the front or the outside, and which you want for the inside. I tend to weave all my ends on the inside part, so I'll use those sides for my inside. You can see on this one I used the black yarn to highlight the square itself, and when I sewed or single crocheted these together, you get a much more defined outline. The inside has the little strips here where you can barely see, which also, if you like that look better, you can single crochet it inside out and then flip it over, and that's what that would look like. So you want to start by lining up your 2 squares So here my outside, outside, inside, inside. Just line them up, find those little corner spaces. And what we're going to do is single crochet all along 3 sides. And then the top will be the opening for our bag. You can use the same color yarn, or you can choose to use a different color yarn like I've done here to kind of outline. It's however and whatever you feel like. For me, I'm just going to use the same pink color. And again, my outside, outside. So I have my 2 inside panels here. So I'm just going to put my hook through both squares in that corner. So going into that corner space, I'm just going to slip stitch. So in the corners, everybody does corners a little differently. It's really up to you. I'm going to put in 4 single crochets in the corners. I'm not going to chain, I'm just going to put 4 single crochets in every corner just to get around the corner. And then into each stitch along, just put 1 single crochet. And make sure you're going through both the front and the back. So you want to pick up the stitches in both of your square panels. Alright, back into my corner. I'm just going to put 4 single crochets, 2 on this side and then 2 on the other side. And then I'm just going to continue to work single crochets. When I get to a corner, again, I'm going to put 4 single crochets, and you want to work this way. So I've already done this side. You want to work all the way around, 4 single crochets in the corner, all the way up, and end with 4 single crochets at the top, and then that will match up with your end here. So once you've done all of your single crochets along the side, bottom, and up this side, you'll be back at the top. Now what we're going to do is just do a single crochet around the top, and we'll finish up back here. So you just want to put single crochets in into each stitch along the top. And when you get to the other side, you're going to want to find a spot right in that top edging here. Just kind of put your hook in and do a single crochet. Now we're going to flip it and we're going to work back along this other top edge. And when you work these top edges, you're only working through that one side. Don't go through both because this is our opening. Alright, so I'm going to just put one more single crochet into there. Okay, so now we've got an extra single crochet around the top, all along our 3 sides, and now we can start the little strap here. So in this one I did half double crochets, and I did 3 half double crochets all the way up, and it worked out really cool because it came out with this neat little pattern. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to do a half double crochet into that same stitch where I put my last single crochet. So just do a half double crochet and then go into the next stitch over and do a half double crochet, next stitch over, half double crochet, chain 2, turn it, so now you're going to be working these few stitches and we're going to create that strap. So into the same stitch, do a half double crochet, half double crochet into the next, and a half double crochet into the next. Chain 2, turn, and a half double crochet into each stitch across. So you should be working 3 half double crochets along into each stitch, chain 2, turn, and half double crochet. And you're going to keep working this for as many rows as you want the length of your strap. So depending on how long you want your strap, this one I just did a really mini bag, so I didn't do very many rows. But if you want a longer strap, you just keep working back and forth with half double crochets all along the 3 stitches, chain 2, turn, work back, just keep doing that back and forth all the way until you get a length for the strap, and then we will attach it to the other side. So once you have a strap length that you like, we can now attach it to the other side of our bag. To attach the strap to the other side of the bag, you want to make sure that your strap is not twisted. So if I were to do it like this, I'd have this big twist here. So just make sure that you have the right side facing on the right side. So what I'm going to do is just slip stitch into a stitch just to the left of that seam, and then we can turn so we have we've attached it right there with a slip stitch, and now we can work to attach the rest of it. So I'm going to go into the next stitch on my bag, which should be around that middle seam area, and take the middle stitch from my strap and pull that through both and through the loop on my hook to just slip everything together. I'm going to go into the next stitch on my bag and into that last stitch on the strap and just pull everything through together. If you still have this little end hanging off, you can go through another and just try to pick up another stitch in the strap and pull everything through. Once we're done, you can fasten off, cut your yarn, pull that long tail up, and you can use these long tails to sew in, you know, if you wanted to sew in on the strap to make it extra secure. So there's our straps. I'll weave in my ends later. And I just love the look of this half double crochet on the strap. And there's our little bag. So as you can see, I made 2 different sizes. This one is just the 3 rounds in a variegated. I didn't do any color changes except for the border and the strap. This one I did 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds plus our single crochet border and the strap. So it sized it up a little bit, same yarn weight, which was a 4 acrylic, same hook size, which was a 6.5, and it sized up nicely. These are super cute. They're great gifts for little kids especially because they're just the right size, although you can certainly make them bigger with a longer strap. I love to do these for little kids that have those 18-inch American Girl dolls, and you can make a, you know, matching set. So the doll gets a little one and then the kid gets the next bigger size. These are great for gifts. They're super quick, super easy, and they just turn out fantastic. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a great week. Bye.